All right, ready? Alrighty, welcome back to the Son of a Boy Dad podcast. Today it is November 18th, 1 p.m. You're here live from HQ3. Happy to be here, fellas. How are we doing?
Just buffing up on the gospel that I missed this weekend.
You missed this week?
I was in transit.
Oh, I forgot you were in France.
Yes.
France.
Paris.
Paris. I was
forgot you were in Paris.
Gay ass Paris.
Yeah, getting your master's.
Yes.
How'd it go?
It's fucking beautiful.
Easy?
It's so nice.
Masters is so easy. Where's that watch, Francis?
Audemars Piguet.
You got an Audemars?
Don't change the subject.
I'm in France, dude. You have a fucking French watch.
Audemars, that's losing time. Jay-Z said the S. You don't pronounce the S.
Audemars Piguet. How do you say it?
Audemars Piguet.
Piguet.
Mm-hmm.
So fucking gay.
I'm not familiar.
Look at that watch. That's literally what rappers rap about.
I have had this a long time.
Hey, and what's that one?
Not
Rappers should
nearly
start
enough
talking
rappers are rapping about the Fitbit
about
Series 6, I
Taffy,
believe.
that Fitbit.
I don't count my steps with this watch. I can tell you that much.
I'm all about health these days.
I know I've gotten enough.
All about health.
I
Health
just
is
walked.
wealth.
I walked to get lunch today. I walked a long way. I walked to Italy to eat the prime rib sandwich.
Oh, very nice. How was it?
I learned that walking to lunch works up your appetite, which is nice.
Yeah,
And I felt much happier and more excited to eat the sandwich once I returned to the office.
definitely.
And I know that this is true because our dog Kojai is dying of bone cancer.
Mm,
I don't know how much time he's got.
yeah,
And he often refuses to eat his meals.
unless he walks.
And then if you walk him, which you would think he probably wouldn't be up for,
Mhm.
but if you give him a good long walk after that, he'll come in and he'll eat
Very nice.
all by himself. So I took the same lesson from this noble warrior, our beloved Kojai.
Beloved Kojai. To Kojai,
Yeah.
raise a glass. What a fine pup he's been.
Variety coffee.
I've been noticing so much about both of you. Sass, I've noticed that you look skinny as hell today.
Really?
I think you might have lost weight.
Gaunt.
Probably.
Doesn't he look a little bit gaunt?
It's not, I don't like it.
You look gaunt.
You look gaunt. You look sunken.
I saw you on the street of New York, and you look like skinny. You look like 2019 Sass.
Maybe it's the concoction of pills that I'm putting in my body every day.
Appetite suppressants. I'm up to a lot of
I mean, dude, you
pharmaceutical
should, dude, they
prescription
know my
drugs.
name at the pharmacy now.
When I have to fill out forms, I have to go early to doctor's appointments to fill out the actual forms,
Why?
given
Yeah.
how many prescription drugs I'm on all of a sudden.
Oh, because they ask you prescriptions beforehand,
Yeah.
and you have to fucking write a full dossier.
Dude, I
Yeah.
leave CVS with a paper duffel bag rattling around. Listen to my
You
backpack.
bring reusable totes
You
to
can
CVS.
hear my backpack.
Oh my god! Sounds like maracas.
You stealing Mentos in there?
Sounds like goddamn La Cucaracha's playing.
I keep that shit on me at all times.
Oh my god, bro. Bro can't share a little bit.
No, I need everything for myself.
Hey, bear.
Well, they changed my Zoloft prescription 3 times, so I just have like an insane amount of Zoloft.
It's such a shame that Zoloft isn't recreationally nice.
I just started a new drug. I'm excited about it.
I started a new one too.
Wellbutrin.
Oh, I'm familiar.
You know it?
I'm familiar.
Well, we spoke about it.
we did. That one a lot of people like.
Yeah, this one is a slight derivative of Wellbutrin. It has some kind of added molecule because I guess Wellbutrin is so common under so many different brands or something that like you often get prescribed it and it will be made a little bit differently.
Yeah.
And
Isn't
so-
that crazy that there's like there's generic brands of the drugs that you want, and
Yeah.
then you'll get the CVS brand and it's basura, it's trash.
Yeah, I mean, even Zoloft is not. It's sertraline.
Sertraline?
Yeah. It's
Mm.
not. Doesn't say Zoloft.
Interesting.
Mm.
So what's Wellbutrin?
Slightly more wealthy than his younger brother, Sir Billion.
Talk about your Wellbutrin, because I got. Let me just say, I got a little bit of a heavier hitter than you got.
You're up. You're gonna big dick my prescription.
I'm about to big dick your
Is
prescription.
it
God
anti-D?
damn, dude. Well,
What's
here's the thing.
Wellbutrin do?
Did you have to show your license for yours?
No.
I did.
What class of drug is it?
Golly. But I have to do that when I get Sudafed, I think.
That is true. You do.
Yeah.
That's only because you can make meth with it.
Right.
What is Wellbutrin? I'm going to look it up right now.
I don't know a whole lot about it. I mean, it's a very common antidepressant, anti-anxiety medication.
And it can help people quit smoking, it says.
Yes, it can. I've heard that as well.
And it helps against seasonal affective disorder, which is called SAD.
That's just depression.
I spoke to Sass. I called Sass because he's my pharmacist.
Yeah.
In some ways, and I said,
Well, terrible timing though.
Yeah, you and I really like women syncing their periods. We both decided to let our minds malfunction at the exact same time.
No, we literally had a conversation the other day where I was like, dude, I want to cancel the rest of my tour dates for the year. But not anymore. I had a good weekend, but this was like last week.
Yeah.
And then I was like, but I literally can't because you just did. And I was like, and then it's going to look like we like something terrible happened to both of us where we both had to be like, we got to take the rest of the year off.
Yeah, you guys. There was like you guys got touched by a coworker.
Yeah.
You just saw something terrible together. Can't face it anymore.
Gaz molested both of you.
Yeah, and we're like still recovering from it.
Comedy green rooms, not what I thought they were. They're not the safe space they once were. I called Sass about Wellbutrin, and
You called me about Zoloft.
is that what I called you about?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was. But did we talk about Wellbutrin then?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, you knew about it.
Yeah, I know a bunch of people that take it.
Oh, okay.
Like, I think my entire family.
Today's my first day. I started today.
Well, it takes like a couple weeks for it to take, right?
I think so.
That's what they say. I felt it. I felt my Zoloft within like the first like week.
So nothing to report on it.
No, I mean, in general, I feel pretty good today.
You look good.
I had a big day yesterday that these things happen to me every once in a while where I wandered into a store and spent a lot of money. And then I felt sick to my stomach and guilty.
Every once in a while, he says in his
It's
fucking
been happening
Audemars and his Chelsea move
more
and
lately.
new jeans, new
jeans. I had a better outfit on. I wore a new sweater. I wore my big Hermes coat. I had a sick ensemble, and I went to get that roast beef sandwich, and it was so warm out that I was deeply uncomfortable walking back and sweating as I ate my food. And I thought to myself, I'm not going to be the guy who sweats while he's eating.
No.
A roast
So what,
beef
did you buy a
sandwich
new
like
outfit?
90% of our coworkers who have to take bites more slowly because they can't breathe out of their nose while they're eating.
get out of breath while you're eating.
Just wheezing through meals.
That's the mating call of the Chicago office.
It is.
Just wheezing through a roast beef.
Just fucking chopping up Uncrustables with their Delta Reserve card.
They don't have Delta Reserve.
No, they
Come
certainly
on.
don't. They
Come
don't
on.
have that card.
Well, so I don't know what to talk about first. The new jeans, which that's $600 jeans, I'm pretty sure.
$5.
No,
500.
500.
These are $5. I went to a store called Ven Space in Brooklyn.
I literally don't even know. I guess now I know Ven Space. I was going to say, I don't even know where I could acquire $500 jeans.
Oh, the first pair of pants they put me in were $12.50.
That's dude.
And I said, no way, Jose. His name was Jose. And I took them off. They were by this company called Jill Sander. You ever heard of this? It's all Japan. In fact,
Whoa. It's all Japs? You can't say that.
I didn't say it.
Yeah,
I meant,
you did.
I was going to say Japanese.
That's like the N-word.
And then I decided to.
You can't say that.
We have to keep it in just for accountability.
Yeah.
But,
That's fine.
We're holding
I
everything.
don't think I actually meant to say Jap there.
Well, you did. And then you just said it again.
and it's bullshit that it's just like half the word.
Well, what I
That
was
should
trying
not
to
be
do
as
is I was
slurry as
I
it
was
is.
trying to say it's all Japanese, and then I stopped and said it's all Japan because the price tag was in yen.
Oh, really?
And I said, do I have to convert that? And
And
they said, oh, well, don't even pay attention to that because they charge us a markup anyway. And that's what sparked the idea for me to fly to Japan
And get some selvage denim.
and purchase a bunch of clothes. I'm thinking I'm going to bring an entire suitcase, an empty suitcase, check it, and then arrive and fill it and bring it home.
So are those Japanese denim?
They're mm-hmm.
Are you going to keep them in the freezer?
They're made in Japan.
Are you going to put them in the freezer?
No.
You're supposed to.
I won't.
That's what Josh Adam Myers told me.
I'll never wash them.
He said that he puts his Japanese denim in the freezer. That's how you wash them.
Well, you sprinkle baking soda on the inside and roll them up with rubber bands and put them in the freezer. But I'm not that guy.
No,
you are.
No.
You are that guy.
I'm going to take him. I'm going to take him to Japan and get them to do them over there. I'm going to find the one guy.
I wonder if they can tell the Japanese.
Japanese. Another person told me I should wear them in the bathtub. Take a bath with them on.
An ice bath.
No, hot bath. And no soap or anything, but then they'll sort of mold to your legs a little better.
Oh, interesting.
But not these though. These, look, I'm trying to dress more in this clunky, chunky way, baggier, haggier.
That's what the teens are doing these days.
That's what I'm into right now.
Yeah.
I'm trying to find a new me. By the way, I know this is all posing. I don't know fashion. I had to go into that store and tell the guy, teach me, walk me to the promised land.
And then he was like, "Oh, we got a fucking big fish on the line. Give him the $1,800 pants."
Yep.
That's definitely what happened.
It was so much worse than that, by the way. He started me in those, and they were ridiculous. The leg was this wide, like a trunk of a
He
tree.
Jinko'd you?
They made my feet look small.
Jankos are the best. You gotta bring them back.
And we created a huge stack of clothes. The guy's name was Axel. Shout out Axel, like the lead singer of Guns N' Roses, or the
part of the truck
device that holds the wheels or whatever. And he
Axel Foley in Beverly Hills Cop.
Are there more? Axel. I don't
Brian
know others.
Axelrod.
Yeah, now
We're stretching.
Fudging.
It's a stretch.
So created a huge stack of clothes. We brought them to the register, rang it up, and then I had to whittle. And it was a real Sophie's Choice.
Yeah.
I was whittling away things that I really liked. Do you guys know the company The Row?
I'm not familiar.
The Row was created by Mary Kate and Ashley Olsen.
Really?
And it has become one of the most celebrated and sought after and acclaimed fashion labels in fashion.
Good for them.
Good for them, because they probably
their acting careers are over.
Dude, they are killing
Yeah.
it. The Row is so expensive. I didn't buy anything from The Row. It's too expensive.
I like when child actors don't like fail miserably in life. Like I like that. Like we're not seeing the Olsen twins on like podcasts. You know what I mean? Because that's what happens.
Is that
like
a
a lot of
failing?
like child stars. Like you'll be scrolling Instagram and all of a sudden you'll be like, oh shit, that's that dude from that show. That
I mean, they
watched when
may
I was a
be
kid.
doing fashion.
Yeah.
They may be doing podcasts, but it would be about fashion.
It would be a fashion.
Dude, I'm
podcast.
telling you, you wouldn't believe how good this shit is. It's the prices are bananas.
Yeah.
But everyone loves it.
Did you buy some of their shit?
No, I tried a bunch of it on. It was pretty cool.
Wait, they make stuff for dudes?
Yeah.
What do their skinny little asses know about men's
I know.
clothing?
Dude,
Seriously?
apparently more than everybody.
They could probably fit one of them in each of those legs.
I also think that they have a whole bunch of designers. I don't know how much of the men's clothing they're actually designing themselves.
None.
Okay, but listen to this. Listen to this. This is crazy.
Yeah.
So I did all that shopping. I was running errands all day yesterday.
Yeah.
I did all that shopping. Then I went to Whole Foods and got groceries for the week. And then by the way, I had spent so much at this clothing store that as I was going through Whole Foods, I was like, I can't afford the dry-aged New York strip. I'm going to go with the regular grass-fed.
So that's like $23 to like
18
19
or something. Yeah. I'm like, now I need to save $5.
Dude, you got to go to Trader Joe's for your meats.
I know. But I went to Whole Foods.
I'm telling you.
I knew that before you said it.
Then why are you going to Whole Foods for your meats?
Because if
you're gonna get meats at Whole Foods, it has to be chicken and nothing else. Anything else is too expensive.
Well,
you know who actually has a great cut? Costco.
You're gonna love this.
Okay.
Where this is going. Got my Whole Foods. Then I went to a paint store and I purchased some paint. And then I went to the outlets in Industry City and bought a lamp at the RH outlet store.
Restoration Hardware.
Mm-hmm.
That was like way marked down because it had a little ding on it. And then in that same place, I bought a box of chocolate truffles that I hand selected myself.
Ooh. Very
some
nice.
dark chocolate peanut butter cups. I also bought one that was peanut butter jelly covered in dark chocolate.
This is all in one day?
I didn't like. Yeah.
I'm trying to see where ball fits into this.
I was
I'm
literally
like
thinking
waiting
the
for like
exact
the
same
window,
thing.
the 9-hour window of
Yeah.
sitting on your couch and watching ball.
Like I'm thinking Bills Chiefs.
I watched
I'm
Bills
thinking Ravens
Chiefs.
Steelers.
I watched some of Bills Chiefs. I
found
got
time
home
for-
just in time to watch
Did you
Bills Chiefs.
wake up at the crack of dawn to
Yeah, I
truffle
wake
shop?
up early. And
I mean,
I
I'm
read
honestly, I'm
75
thinking
pages of my
Patriots,
Elon
Rams.
Musk biography as well.
Really?
The fuck?
Yeah.
Are you doing hard?
So what time did you
Tim?
wake up? 2 a.m.
Probably 6:30.
What,
He's
you
on a Mark Wahlberg.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How did you squeeze, dude? I woke up yesterday before ball, and I like went on a walk and got a smoothie, and I was like, "Damn, I can't believe I was able to squeeze this all in before 1."
Dude, because my clothing. Okay, so I went to this antique store in Brooklyn, and I parked on the street, and it was such a nice day that I had put the windows down on my car. And as I parked my car, I put the windows up, but without realizing it, I did not close the window in the back seat. One of the two windows in the back seat was wide open.
Which vintage store was it? Is it or
The Horseman one.
on Atlantic Avenue?
Yes.
That's like 5 stories?
Yep.
I know that's the best. That's the coolest store that I've ever been to.
I'm in the 4th floor
I'm
and
not familiar.
I'm hearing to myself someone talk about like a chair. And I'm like, golly, that sounds like Mark Normand. And I walked down a flight of stairs, and sure enough, I ran into Mark Normand. And I'm like, I thought I was imagining that.
He's got a pretty distinct voice, I feel like.
He does.
It rings out.
Yeah.
Oh, these are expensive. Whatever.
I'm gay.
Yeah. And we said hi to each other, talked for a little bit, and then he said goodbye by saying comedy.
No, he didn't.
I'm like, dude, I don't think you need to say that here.
I've had interactions with him out in the public where he's done that.
Yeah, it's so
Yeah,
great.
I think it's just like a tick.
It's great.
Yeah.
He actually said that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't buy anything. I got back to my car and everything was gone
No. You got robbed?
except for the clothes because I had put them in the trunk.
Oh, okay.
So the chocolate truffles
Oh no.
were gone. The
No.
lamp was gone.
No.
The groceries
Oh,
were gone.
No.
They took my groceries, 2 bags of Whole Foods groceries gone.
Oh.
They're just eating the grass-fed ribeye tartare. They can't even fucking cook it if they're just robbing you like that.
I know.
That
It's like the most Brooklyn
sucks.
burglary of all time. They didn't
Yeah.
break anything. They didn't take the car. They didn't take anything other than like organic groceries.
Yeah.
A lamp bought at a discount and a fucking
That
box
definitely
of
just some
house-made
sucks.
truffles.
Disgruntled
Were you
Kamala
pissed?
voter.
Yeah, I was pretty mad. I mean,
Yeah, of course. You mean were you
I would have
pissed?
been raging.
What? I would have been so pissed.
all in all,
Especially saying like you have to go back to Whole Foods.
yeah, that was tough.
You have to go back to the fucking truffle shop and you still have to go watch Bills Chiefs?
I was still pretty close to the Whole Foods, but I
Did you go?
didn't
So
have-
you went
No,
back?
I didn't have it in me. I just gave up.
Uber Eats.
Yeah, I just ordered food that night. But I was in a weird way, I was relieved because I had put the most expensive thing in the trunk, which were
Yeah.
the clothes that I bought.
Yeah.
If they had gotten off with the clothes, oh my God, you would have John Wicked
would
the
have been-
situation.
That would have been really upsetting.
I could have legitimately seen you going on a Patrick Bateman-esque killing spree of the homeless on Atlantic
or
Avenue.
today, instead of taking my first pill of medicine, I'm taking the month's supply and seeing
Very
where
well
that leads
Butrin.
me. Yeah,
Extremely well, Butrin.
yeah.
But Atlantic Avenue on that stretch is not even seedy.
It was just off Atlantic, like into sort of Borum Hilly. I parked
That's
on one of
not
those lovely.
seedy.
It's nice. It's
Yeah,
nice.
that's all
Broad
nice.
daylight. Yeah.
What?
Dude, I know. I didn't. They didn't have to break in. The window was open.
Honestly, someone would probably be like, "Well, that's what you get for leaving your window open." It shouldn't be. Leaving your window open is not an invitation for fucking
No.
thievery. I would be so fucking pissed.
I would be pissed. That's pretty brutal. At least they didn't get the clothes though.
For some reason, it didn't bother me that much. It was like $150 of groceries.
Wellbutrin will have that effect on you.
But
The lamp
he
was
wasn't even
like-
on the butte yet.
The lamp was like $100.
Wellbutrin
It
will
just
have
could have
you
been way
getting
worse.
robbed and just going, all right.
I'm trying to not. Yeah,
Whatever.
Yeah, well,
I don't care.
let it roll off.
It's bound to happen.
That's what I'm trying to be now.
That's what I'm doing as well.
To me, I was more upset later that night that I had spent as much as I did on clothing. That was my major hang up.
Well, at
as I
least
was
you'll
going
be
to
able
bed.
to use the clothes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now you have to use the clothes like as a sign of fortitude for the clothes fallen brothers, the groceries and the truffles and the lamp.
Yeah.
Because like they have to live double for their twin that fucking perished.
Mm.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I know exactly what you mean.
Yeah, I do too.
They have to live
I've been living a Spartan lifestyle
You have.
lately.
Very Spartan.
I've been eating meals that are I take a purple sweet potato, I microwave it on sweet potato. I have a setting for sweet potatoes.
Potato.
I microwave it on sweet potato, and then I take organic deli turkey, 4 slices, and an avocado, and I dribble a little of that Palestinian olive oil made from the rubble on the avocado with some pink sea salt from the Himalayas.
Wow, that is Spartan.
Sounds delicious.
Not the Chinese side, the Tibetan side, so
Of
you can
course.
actually hear the cries of like it's our country.
Yes. The pride.
Yeah, and then that has been my meal.
Sounds good.
4 slices of turkey, an avocado, and a purple sweet potato. It's not that good.
Sounds healthy though.
You get sick of it very quickly.
No like hot sauce or anything?
No.
Jesus Christ.
I've been eating that for lunch and dinner. I ate that for lunch and dinner, not Friday because I went to Julio's wedding, but pretty much around all my other meals. I've just
I don't
been
think you
eating that
can
way.
call it a Spartan lifestyle if you're wearing Manolo Blahnik loafers. I'm pretty sure that in the movie
I only wear
300,
those in the summer. I wear those in the summer.
when you're less of a Spartan,
Yeah.
more of a Peloponnesian.
No, I'm a seasonal Spartan.
You're not Spartan all year long.
I come back to Sparta when I need to really
When you need
ground
to-
myself,
Exactly, yeah. I'm
When I
trying
need
to
to-
get to Sparta right now.
get my finances in order.
Yeah.
Is the Wellbutrin working for you?
Oh, I'm not on Wellbutrin. I'm on I got
That's
Zoloft.
soft shit.
Yeah, no, I got Klonopin.
What?
Ooh, Klondike,
Yeah.
the Klondike
Bro,
bar.
you can share that.
I'm not sharing any
Oh,
of it.
come on, bro.
I'm trying to take it as little as I possibly can.
Because it's so fun.
The kingpin.
No, it's actually, I will say it's not as good as Ativan was.
The kingpin?
Yeah.
Klonopin?
It's because it's
You're on
it-
Klonopin.
yeah, what's the
It's like a 90s party drug.
what's the release? The
Time?
Limited?
no, like you know how it like
Extended?
extended release. It's extended release. So it's not like Ativan
It's
you
the
would
theatrical
take
cut.
it. Yeah.
It's the director's
Yeah,
cut.
the
It's
theatrical
4.5.
cut.
Zack Snyder made this batch. And
Michael Bay is talking about how
4.5
it's going
hours
to hit
long.
your body.
When I got prescribed Ativan for flying a couple years ago, that would be like you take that like 10 minutes before the flight, you're gone. Like immediately, like you're in outer space for the entire flight.
more than Xanax?
I have never taken Xanax, but I think Xanax is,
Doesn't really have that much of an effect on me, to be honest.
But Klonopin is it kind of is just like pretty mellow the entire time. You don't really get
I
too
bet.
crazy. The first time I took it, which was last Thursday
Before the show?
before a show,
You're K-pinned out at the show?
Yeah.
I'm
You're
taking
fucking-
such a small dose. I'm taking half of a 0.5 milligram.
Oh, now we get the truth. This guy's telling me he had to fucking, put his guns in a locker to get his fucking prescription picked
Oh,
up.
dude, they gave me so many of them.
And I can't get a fucking one?
You're not getting a single one.
Why?
I put a padlock on the pill bottle.
Come on, bro. Like the timer on
Yeah,
it?
yeah, they're just for me.
No, just buy some when you're in Thailand next week.
I
I've
will-
literally,
I
I've
would.
had multiple people ask me for them already.
I'm about to go to Mexico just to try and get some, but I probably can't even get them at the Mex. That's how good they are.
They're
The-
so good.
The Pharmacia doesn't even have them.
No, I'm hoping to just take them for like a couple weeks when I need them. So I'm hoping to take them no more than like twice a week.
That's not how Klonopin works.
It's actually exactly how it works.
You're supposed to do it as a very regular kind
No,
of readjust your brain to it situation.
It'll take about 2 years
This
for you to start
cactus
feeling
is sticking into the back of my fucking head.
Just the cactus. Damn. How do they break the news to you that you're getting a party drug as your fucking prescription?
Because hey,
we're gonna prescribe you. We're gonna need to sit you down. We have some Molly for you.
I talked to Francis on, it must have been what, Thursday or Wednesday. Tuesday I had spots and I was getting prescribed the beta blockers.
Yeah.
For performance anxiety, which is
bullshit.
Which is the thing that's annoying is that I'm not nervous. I'm not like nervous about stand up. It's not like I'm like, oh my God, am I gonna bomb? Like I'm freaking out, am I gonna bomb?
You're a killer.
I had a panic attack on stage like 3 weeks ago, and then I have panic disorder. So now every time I'm on stage, I'm like, it's gonna happen again. It's happening again.
That's I know people for whom it's simply the fear of having a panic attack.
That's what panic disorder is. Yeah. Exactly. Okay. Yeah.
Self-fulfilling kind of prophecy.
Yeah. So then you just get into like a vicious cycle of like constant, like, when is it going to happen? I'm going to have a panic attack. I'm going to have a panic attack.
I felt that way when I first shit myself.
Yeah.
That like anytime it's like, oh, I'm going to shit myself.
Every time you leave the house. Exactly.
That's like, I'm going to shit myself. I better try and take a double dump right now.
Exactly.
So I don't shit myself.
For me, it's very similar. Not nutting.
Yeah.
You know when you're fucking a girl and you don't nut and she gets upset.
Oh, and then you go, I'm never going to nut again.
And you think, I'm never going to nut again.
Yes. Dude, this is exactly what it's like, but for panic attacks for me.
Does Klonopin treat no nutting?
I probably does.
No, it probably makes you like, it probably evaporates all your nut inside of you. You might never nut again.
Oh, I got to stay away. I was going to ask for some of your kingpins. But
bro, the kingpin is not going anywhere.
Some of those Klondike bars?
That's also the best part about it is just having it.
Yeah,
because it relieves so much like anxiety because you're like, well, then if I do have a panic attack, I have the Klonopin.
It's the perfect antidote to the exact feeling you're talking about.
Exactly.
It's like they're fighting against each other and you don't even have to touch the battle.
Exactly.
Like you're just over here chilling while their existence just leans against one another.
Yeah, but it's been a battle these last couple of weeks. I got prescribed beta blockers, propanol, and I took those before I had 2 spots on Tuesday.
Are they bullshit?
Dude, I literally wanted to kill myself for 4 hours straight. Like the whole thing was like, they're like, it eliminates the
4 hours? Try 4 months,
buddy. Dude.
Talk to me when it's been 4 months.
Dude, I remember I was talking to people at the stand and I was talking about it and I was like, I don't think I'm ever going to be able to do stand up again. Like normally.
Who were you saying that to?
Everybody. And
that's a good thing to say at a comedy club. I just don't think it's ever going to go well.
And
I just watched the tables
because everyone, all these. It's very funny because Bo Burnham has a funny thing that I went down a rabbit hole.
Glad you specified which Bo.
Bo Burnham.
I thought you were talking about your
brother. That is true. Bo Burnham has a he stopped doing stand up because he was having panic attacks.
Wait, is that
on
your
stage.
buddy Bo you've been talking about this entire time?
But he has a thing where it was very funny. It was relatable to me because he's looking up. He's talking about how he's about to go up in front of a 2,000 person theater and he's like Googling like how to get over stage fright. And they're like, imagine everyone in their underwear. And he's like, no, this isn't like a presentation that I'm giving in front of a class. Yeah. All of these people are here to see me.
Yeah.
So it's like, there's not really a lot of shit that you can look up that helps. But the one thing that I found was propanol, and everyone was like, I guess it keeps your adrenaline from spiking, so it makes it so you don't feel the physical symptoms of anxiety. But I must have had like a bad reaction to it. I took it twice, and both times it was like my physical anxiety wasn't as bad, but like my mind was just racing. Like not like the only thoughts I was having were like very negative thoughts, being like, I'm gonna freak out on stage. Like it was terrible.
And this is from the beta blocker?
This was from the beta blocker. And then then I'm like, I'm going on the road on Thursday. And I'm like, right now, I don't think I can do an hour. And so then I called my doctor and they were like, stop taking the propanol immediately. And then they were like, I can't prescribe you anything else. Get a psychiatrist. Went on ZocDoc, booked a psychiatrist for like the next 30 minutes. Dude, I did a Zoom. Within like 5 minutes, he was like, I'm going to give you. I was like, he was
just like a member of the cartel.
Dude, he was literally just.
No problem.
It was awesome. He was the best. But he was like, how's it going? And I was like, well, I had 4 panic attacks last week. And he goes, brother, that's too many. And It was this,
3 maybe.
It was this like jacked black dude, and he just goes, he's like, brother, that's too many. I'm gonna help you out.
That's cool. That's cool. Being called brother by a black doctor.
Yeah, that's really cool.
is
By Jack
about
Black.
as cool.
Yeah,
as
it was pretty
gets.
sick. And then
I want to see is Jack Black a sponsor this week?
They are.
Damn, we'll drop in the Jack Black
we'll
right
drop
there.
in the Jack
Pretty
Black
good
there.
catch there, Roan. Roan is on his battle rap shit right now,
I know.
writing all these diss tracks.
No.
But so then I did Columbus, and I took the Klonopin before. Still was like pretty on edge the entire show. I don't know if people can tell, but like I was like the show was fine. Like I did well, but it was like the entire time I'm like repeating shit in my head to like try and like be like just let it pass through, like bullshit like that, like motivational
Mantras?
quotes. Yeah, I'm repeating mantras in my head, and then
this too shall pass.
exactly, yeah, I had to like write shit down.
Your gay ass will wind up getting that tattooed on your wrist or something.
Dude, I had to write it down on my notes with my set list, like in caps, being like, this too shall pass.
Keep calm and soldier on.
Yes, exactly.
Keep calm and joke on.
Yeah.
How lucky are we?
Yeah, exactly. Dude, this is literally exactly what I had to do. Like in the hotel room, I had to like prepare myself and be like, let go.
Oh my god.
It sucks, dude. It's like,
Yeah.
it's miserable, but then
that
I
shit
did.
does help. I mean, it's like, oh, it all comes in waves.
It does help, and I've been reading a ton about like what causes panic attacks and stuff, and it is very interesting. And
What causes them?
well, it's more like it's your mind sets off your fight or flight, and then you get scared, and then you go into fight or flee. But I can't flee because I'm on stage, so I fight. And then it gets worse because then your brain's like, oh shit, there's actual danger here. And then it keeps increasing. Like it keeps just
It's
pumping.
compounding.
I'm not laughing at you.
It's just pumping
I'm
adrenaline.
imagining you on stage knowing you can't flee and then just fighting people.
Dude,
Being like,
I
who
know.
said that?
Yeah.
Who said that shit?
Yeah.
That's definitely why a lot of comedians become like super combative, I bet.
Yeah.
When things aren't going exactly right for them, they get into fight or flight, and then they're just like, maybe you should shut your fucking autistic, retarded ass up then.
Yeah. By
Just
the way,
lashing out nastily.
the single best portrayal of that phenomenon you described, I think, for comedians was John Mulaney in his cameo in Crashing when
When he says like, I hate comedy.
yeah,
more
when
than
they're at
anything.
town hall
Yeah.
and Pete Holmes is opening for
Yeah.
him and John Mulaney's walking with him to look at the stage. And he's like, oh God, here we go. It's happening. I hate comedy. It's only the thing I've always and ever wanted to do my entire life.
Yeah.
And it worked out. And now I have to do it, which I fucking hate. The single thing I hate doing the most is the thing I have to do.
Yeah.
And it's like this amazing rant of like, you know, how it worked out and how it's the worst thing that could have
Yeah.
happened.
Yeah.
That
No, that's
is funny.
exactly what it is.
Yeah.
But then I did Indie with Mook, and that was good.
Connor?
Connor.
I thought you were talking about Murder Mook, the famous
No.
battle rapper.
No,
I thought you were
he
talking
was
about-
in the area though.
I
He was actually doing the downstairs room. I was upstairs.
thought you were talking about Betts. Mook Betts?
Mookie Betts. I think that's actually where Mook got Mook from.
Actually?
Yes.
Mook Betts?
Yeah.
Was it like a gambling handle?
Yeah, I think
Like
so.
Marty Mush?
It was something like that. I think Owen would know more. Owen, didn't Mook used to have like some like website or some shit?
Oh, yeah.
Bookie's Basement? I don't know, something.
Mookie's basement?
Mookie's Basement, something like that.
Probably
hell?
Mookie's.
There's some weird origin story to the Mook thing. But then I did the first show in Indy, still didn't really feel great. And then I talked to Joe List about it because apparently he has had the exact same problem. Which
How'd you
that
get
was
linked
good.
up with him?
I messaged him like last resort.
What'd you say?
I was like, I'm having panic attacks on stage. Like, do you have any advice on what to do? And he just gave me a bunch of like help, like a ton of helpful information.
Did
It was
you
very
were you
nice.
told that he had suffered from this? or
That's
did-
what Lev told me that.
Hmm.
And then I never said
Svirdov?
anything. Lev told me I never said anything. And then
No, not Svirdov. Fur.
and then
I know a guy named Lev Svirdov. Excuse me. I'm glad I clarified. 'cause
I am too.
This is not the guy he knows. It's the
It's
guy
not-
you know.
No.
The guy I know is in academics,
Yeah.
So it wasn't him.
Yeah.
not
similar.
pastries.
Yeah. But yeah, the stuff that he said helped a lot. And And then the last show of the weekend was fucking awesome.
Where was that?
It was in Indy. There was 2 shows in Indy.
Oh, right. And then you
And-
went from there somewhere else, right?
No, that one didn't happen.
Can you tell us what advice he gave you, just so in case someone who's listening suffers and maybe they could benefit from some of the advice?
Well, I mean, it was pretty standard advice. He gave me a bunch of like books to read and stuff like that, and also he was like, I mean, if you've had a panic attack on stage, then like your biggest fear happened, and you were fine. So I think that's like the biggest thing. It's you're like, well, it happened and it was fine and no one noticed. And then he was like, if it's too bad that you can't do the show, you just say, I don't feel well, I have to go. And then that's it.
You could just always blame diarrhea.
Diarrhea. I have to have diarrhea.
Yeah.
I'm
I
gonna
have
shit my
explosive
pants.
Mitch
diarrhea.
Hedberg famously had to get off stage and his opener came. He just told the crowd, he was like, I'm really sorry. I have to go take a shit.
Yeah.
Walked off. His opener came back on, did more time.
Yeah.
You just have to have someone in the clip that can just do more time.
Exactly.
There's a amazing clip that I just saw recently of I think it's an Australian weatherman who starts having a panic attack while he's presenting the weather. And
Yeah, I've seen
I don't
that.
even remember the forecast being that bad,
No.
which was surprising.
It's a sunny day, buddy. Get it
Yeah.
together.
But he's able to articulate that it's coming on.
Yeah.
He's like, okay, over here out of the northwest,
Oh, he
my
saw
heartbeat
the
is starting to race, and yeah, I'm sorry,
pattern.
everybody. You know, I suffer from panic disorder, and I'm having a panic attack, so I'm gonna have to
We
take a
just
break.
wanted to hear the weather.
Yeah. And they
On
did it,
with
very,
it.
Yeah, they did it very seamlessly. I think everyone is cool about anxiety by and large.
Yeah. I agree.
Anxiety is less stigmatized than depression, I would say.
I would agree with that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think a lot of people have anxiety. That's why.
Mm.
Even if they don't even know that they have it.
Yeah. And big tough guys have it. you
Oh,
know?
yeah.
Like big, strong, tough comedian guys have it.
Yeah.
Like
Big
you.
time. Well, I'm not a big, tough, strong guy.
Yeah, you are.
No. But I will say it does help to know that like someone else has experienced the same thing as you. Because in my head, I was like, no, like the only person I could find online that ever had a panic attack on stage was Bo Burnham, who then quit comedy because
Yeah.
of that. And I was like, well, I don't really want to quit my job.
Is that why he quit
Yeah.
performing live?
Yeah, he quit performing live because he was having panic attacks on stage.
Holy shit.
So it's like, that's not really a great example of like, that's not very like motivating for me. I mean, like, okay, so I know one
there
other
is an option,
person
yeah.
that it's
No,
happened
No,
to.
I
and
mean,
quit.
the only is that, you know, he is one of the great sort of like genre bending comedians
yeah.
of our time.
Obviously, yeah. But that's what I'm saying. It's not very motivating for my personal experience.
Right.
Yeah.
So it was good to know
Well,
that
if
like
he had
other
known-
people it's happened to.
if he had known Lev,
Yes.
if
Fur.
Bo had known
Yeah,
Lev,
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
damn,
Truly.
that's fucking sick that you had the resources to be able to wrangle this problem. And
Well, it's still a
Jack
problem.
Black dude,
Yeah.
wrangle it though. I mean, a wild horse is still a wild horse, but if you break it, you know what I mean.
Yeah. Definitely feeling better. I feel very positive.
That's fucking amazing.
I feel
know.
euphoric right now.
Really?
In a way, I'm sure that will fade. I've been very manic lately. You've probably noticed this, you guys. And it manifests typically in just completely overindulgent activities, often eating,
Mm-hmm.
you know, especially sweets. And then once I curbed that, that's when you start to see me buying crazy clothes and
Yeah.
stuff.
It was probably
That-
whoever robbed you was probably just looking out for you. They're like, "Oh, I know he's manic. I cannot let him have these truffles."
They left the medication. It was in the front cup holder.
It was your guardian angel. Francis has an angel.
Yeah, but listen, I know I talk about buying crazy expensive shit, and by and large, it's not because I'm trying to flex. It's because something's wrong with me, and that is how it often manifests. I'm not trying to excuse it or anything like that, but
Who's the comic that works at the cellar? He has like the bit where he's like, "You ever feel down? Like, I don't know why. Just buy something."
No, I haven't seen that one.
that's what happens to me. I
Yeah.
go and try to do something super, I don't know, retail therapy or like some big act, and then I spend the rest of the day, if not week, just being fucking deeply upset with myself for not having.
Why don't you just forgive yourself for buying the thing?
Because I think that would be possible if I were spending, you know, not that much, But like yesterday, I spent an amount that is going to harm me financially. Like it's going to require me.
It's done though.
To like go live in fucking squalor in a Spartan.
No,
as I said, it's good. It's why I end up microwaving sweet potatoes and eating deli meat for a week.
Yeah.
To offset.
Oh, it's deli turkey?
Yes.
Oh, I thought it was sliced turkey breast.
No, God, no.
Oh, I thought that it was like
depressing.
No, it's not that bad. Look, I'm being a little sarcastic.
Yeah, you're
but,
not going to have to live in squalor. I know it. There's no way you're ever going to be living in squalor.
I'm fine, but it does make me think, well, now I need to go like book a lot more comedy dates. And then I'm like, well, you know, there's no balance. I'm not balanced, but that's what the drug is hopefully going to help me solve.
It will, for sure.
It will help with that.
Just level out, like live with less crazy swings. And
it just takes the edge off.
Yeah.
It's funny that they just like try to put the cure in the name of it.
Mm-hmm.
Wellbutrin, feel good Ativan.
Ativan sounds like attaboy.
Ativan?
Uh-huh.
It's like a pat on the head. Yeah. Like Lazarus, like you'll raise from the depths of your depression.
Lorazepam?
Dude,
that sounds like something you'd put in a croissant.
Lorazepam is Ativan.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Dude, the beta blockers, I was talking to my dad because my dad took beta blockers too because of his heart. Because it's low blood pressure. It's to lower your blood pressure.
Yeah.
And I was saying that when I was taking it, like I was sitting at the stand, just like not speaking to anybody. And then I looked at my Fitbit and my heart rate was like 50. And I was like, am I going to die? I was like, my heart doesn't go this low when I'm sleeping.
Yeah.
When I sleep, my heart rate's like 54.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm just sitting at the stand, not like completely zoned out. And I was talking to my dad about it, and he was like, I took it once and then I stopped. He was like, he's like, my heart rate's like naturally low. And he's like, I was like walking around and my heart rate was at like 38 beats per minute. And he was like,
what?
He was like, I'm never fucking taking this again.
Oh my God.
What's your resting heart rate, Francis?
I have no idea, to be honed with you.
Let's try.
Is there a way to find that out from your phone?
I'm gonna do the heart rate monitor right now.
What the fuck? You can do that, dude.
That won't be your resting.
When you say beta blockers at the, I just keep picturing you at the stand, sitting there, and then some like meek, muscleless guy who can't like make eye contact coming up and being like, "Hey, Harry, I just want to tell you I'm a big fan," and him bouncing off of you like some force field. You're like, "Not now, beta bitch! Get away from me, you fucking guy! Hit the gym."
Say the name of a comic who's a beta. Fucking Colin, probably.
Me.
I was thinking fans, but yeah, betas.
I thought that it was 50. I was at 53 beats per minute right now.
Well, that's really good, right?
Who knows, dude?
Try it.
Yeah, you put your finger on this camera lens and you just kind of rest it.
Holy shit. Is this for real? Which one?
All right, guys, let's take a second to talk about Game Time.
Game Time.
You know how much we love Game Time. And now with their brand new Game Time Picks feature, they're making it even easier than ever to get into a game. So here's how it works. Game Time. Sass, are you listening, bro?
I'm looking at the Game Time app as we speak.
Oh,
perfect.
I love the interface.
Well, Game Time filters out the fluff to show you incredible deals on great seats, so you don't have to waste time searching through thousands of tickets. For example, Sass, like what are you looking at right now on that app?
I'm looking at Rams Jets, $32. I'm looking at Wizards Knicks tonight, $78. Weirdly, I'm looking at Zach Bryan, MetLife Stadium, $114. Charging more than the Rams and the Jets.
He still follows me on Instagram. I'll just ask him for tickets.
What a thief that man is.
The Shamrock Series, Notre Dame versus Army, $114.
Well, with the Game Time Picks feature, you can really narrow down which of those specific events you want to go to, what you want to pay, where you want to sit, etc. You just pull up your chosen event, you turn on the GT Pick setting at the top of the screen, then you browse, and you find the best ones. And you find the deals. They're right there on your homepage. Literally, what are you waiting for? I'm about to go buy some of the tickets right out from under your nose for that Shamrock Series.
Jerry Seinfeld at the Beacon, $185.
What's the deal with Game Time Picks? You know what I mean?
What's the deal?
Yes, exactly. Wait, rap a line. Your rap voice sounds like Jerry Seinfeld.
I will not be doing that.
Download the Game Time app today and use code BOYDAD to easily score great deals with the new Game Time Picks feature. What time is it?
It's game time.
I knew you guys would know it. Hey, Francis, let me ask you this. What's your phone bill looking like every month?
It has been an absolute disaster, I have to tell you. If anyone out there knows someone who works in phones and phone bills, I could really use a hand.
Well, let's be real. You're probably getting ripped off by your current mobile phone carrier because you probably don't know someone that works in phones until now, because there's good news. I know somebody, and their name is Mobile X. And if you switch to Mobile X right now, you can get completely unfucked. Mobile X is the new kind of mobile phone carrier that will save you a ton of cash on your phone bill. Simply download the app and take control of how much you pay. People are paying for mobile data that they don't use. With Mobile X, you only pay for what you use and you never pay for what you don't. There's no catch. It's honestly hard to believe you could ever be saving up to 90% on your phone bill when you switch to Mobile X. You're probably using way less data than you think and paying way more than you should. One reason most people are connected to Wi-Fi and they aren't even using their mobile data. Come on now. Check out mymobilex.com or download the Mobile X app from the App Store or Google Play. And get Mobile Xing right now. I mean, check out these sweet, sweet gears.
Unfuck your fuck with Mobile X.
Well, it says it right there on the hat. Switch to Mobile X and get unfucked.
Get unfucked today.
Oh my God, I cannot wait to wear this everywhere. I can't wait to wear this to the BMX rally I'm going to. To church. I'm definitely going to be in church. Get unfucked with the Lord Jesus Christ. All right, back to the show. That one, yeah. And then just you can kind of lay it, and you'll see it kind of start to track your.
I mean, mine's at
beats.
80 right now.
I'm really jacked up. I'm having a lot of fun in this podcast.
Why, 94, 96? 94? 89 there?
It's coming
Just
down.
dropping. 85, 80. 92, it just started you over. 2 inconsistent. 76, 74, 73.
I don't really trust this app. I don't feel like my heart rate's fluctuating this much.
103.
103. Is that me lying?
Do you have an arrhythmia?
Am
What
I
the fuck
lying
is
right
going
now?
on right now? 87.
Oh,
is
and
what it ended.
Edward Jones.
How come when you said you're having a lot of fun on this podcast, it spiked up to 130?
This lie detector ass app.
I will say this is the best that your energy and my energy has been in a long time, I would say.
Probably, yeah.
We're doing well, you and me.
Well, I also got this fucking sweater, which I'm stoked on.
How much was that?
This was $80.
Damn, dude.
Got it on Depop. I got it on Depop.
You
That's
boys
sick.
are dropping bags on
Yeah,
clothes.
we're bagged up. Wait, Roan.
Well, I don't think $80 for a vintage Orvis sweater is.
It's kind of expensive. $80 is kind of expensive.
That's up there. That's a lot.
You spent $500 on jeans.
Mhm. Yeah, but jeans last a lot longer than sweaters do.
Dude, you could go to Walmart and buy jeans for like good jeans for like $3.
Walmart.
Yeah.
Why would I go in there?
You be
They have a
walking around
grand
Walmart.
selection.
Look, I understand that I microwave my dinners right now, but I don't actually need microwavable dinners.
He said he's going to be living in squalor, but that was more of a figure of speech.
Yeah.
He's not going to actually go to Walmart.
There was a greeter at the Walmart. I used to go to Walmart all the time in Falmouth, Maine, right next to the movie theater. And we would go in there,
field trips just to be like, see, this could happen to you.
and there would be a greeter who had a roll of smiley face stickers,
Yes.
and he would give you one right when you walked in the door.
Yeah.
And he was the oldest man who has ever walked the face of the earth.
Really?
He was so old, and it was disquieting. It was unsettling.
Yeah, you keep on getting those things on Twitter of them being like, they've just discovered a man in India who's 188 years old.
Yeah, and he like can't put his arm down.
Yeah.
or something like that.
And then the community notes are like, he's not 180 years old. They're like, he's probably 100.
You
Yeah.
heard Louis' bit about being the oldest person alive?
I don't.
When
I
he
don't know
talks
if
about, he's like, when one dies, that means that there's a new oldest person on Earth.
It is
And I
funny.
don't remember the rest of the bit, but it's very, very funny.
I don't think I remember that one.
It is hilarious.
He's just talking about how like people should go. He's like, go.
It's probably in the same bit where he's talking about kill yourself, where he's talking about like some people should just die.
I think so.
I think,
Like
no, I think
that's
it's,
the
I think it's a bit where he's like, he's like, it's time because like your ideas need to pass. Like the ideas that you hold precious to you, like are going to be outdated compared to people from like 90 years
when
from
he's
now.
like, if you ever say to yourself, like, who are these kids? Like, what is this? It's your time.
Yeah. I know that one.
Yeah.
It's your turn.
Yeah.
Is what he said.
I was thinking of the one where he's talking about the like people who should just die. He's like the people who have too much like will to live. And he's saying that like someone pulls up in the car and they've got the trash bag on the car, and then they get out of the car and they spill their coffee all over them. And he's like, "What's stopping you from killing yourself?" And he's like, "What do you want, another trash bag as a window?" And he does the sound of the bag.
But I bet the guy who's working at Walmart, like, he does get a lot of like will to live. He probably has like a purpose from going into work every day and having a routine and getting out of the house and giving the fucking whatever participation sticker. He was probably once.
Hey, all power to him.
He's probably is supposed to put those on people's receipts when they're on their way out. And he's probably trying to catch a fucking naughty shoplifter.
Ooh.
He probably has a fucking Old West complex.
Dude, that is my dream. I see these videos of the shoplifters in random parts of the country, and then some good Samaritan tries to stop them. I want to be that guy. I want to stand
Go downstairs
at the door.
to Dwayne Reed, dude. It's happening now, bro.
I want like a wave of kids, and I want to see how many of them I can fucking clothesline.
Bro, they would take you out.
No, they wouldn't, because they know they're wrong, and they've got a bag full of whatever. And so they're just trying to get out.
Yeah.
And they're going to come and it's like whack-a-mole.
Yeah.
How many of them can I catch?
I want to see you with like a police baton, like fucking Highlander, like backhanding somebody, like catching 20 teens during a fucking organized looting.
And even if I only catch one, I can take that kid with me and teach him my ways. And get him to work under my ethos and be my kind of loyal companion.
That would be a good movie. I would definitely watch that.
Even if he's got like a speech impediment or something like that.
You think that you could cure someone's stutter with your
Well,
love for justice?
It would depend on whether or not he'd suffered a lot of recent family trauma and had been kind of orphaned as a result of, say, a flood.
Or an attack on his parents or something like that.
What movie are you referencing?
What's that?
What movie are you referencing? Because I don't know.
Oh, no, I'm just thinking out loud.
No, you're referencing a movie, and I can't figure out which one it is.
It's The Penguin.
The Penguin? Okay.
Have you not watched the Have you watched The Penguin?
No, I haven't.
Good for you for knowing what was going on and playing along. The Penguin is excellent.
Oh, I knew exactly what was going on. I was trying to figure out what the movie was.
Because he knew and he played along. He riffed. And you were like, what's happening right now?
No, I knew you were referencing something.
You
and I was
tried to
trying to figure
beta
out what
block
it
me.
was. No.
You were beta blocking.
Speaking of movies, have you guys watched Scent of a Woman the other night? You guys seen it?
When did that come out?
It's like
the 80s or the 90s.
40-year-old movie.
Dude, it's
You watched that lately? You see that on the other night?
Have you seen it?
Don't spoil it, bro. It just came out.
Have you seen it?
I've only ever watched
haven't
the
watched
scene where he like yells at the kid for after the expulsion ceremony or something.
So good, dude.
What is? Who is it? Oh,
Al Pacino,
1992
he's blind.
Pacino.
Dude,
He's
then it's
blind.
Chris,
He's blind in it.
what's the kid's name? Chris. He played Robin in Batman and Robin.
Chris O'Donnell.
That's right.
That's
Yeah.
my uncle's best man.
Shut up.
They went to Loyola together. They did crew. Loyola High School.
Wow.
really?
Yeah, that's who's in it.
Yeah.
he's in
O'Donnell.
He's
no
a child. in it.
way.
Is Brendan Fraser in it? As a one of the kids? No, that's like something School Days or something like that.
No, but there is another really famous guy that's one of the kids.
What the fuck? O'Donnell? O'Donnell's in Scent of a Woman?
Yeah, he's in it.
I'll show you out of order.
Oh, Philip Seymour Hoffman's in it.
Oh,
He plays one of the
PSH.
kids.
PSH.
I was
Push.
underwhelmed by his
push.
son's performance in Licorice Pizza.
What? Sorry, what was that? I couldn't hear you over the ads that you're playing out
I
of your
didn't
phone.
like that movie.
I tried to watch the fucking this scene. I'll show you out of order.
Oh no, don't spoil the movie. You got to watch the movie.
It's about a blind dude,
It's so good.
a handsome blind bro.
It's so good.
There's a blind dude.
Out of order. I'll show you out of order.
That's a good Pacino.
I know.
Do it again.
Nah.
I'm going to pretend I'm blind and you're Pacino.
Pacino is the blind guy.
Pacino's blind.
Why is
He's
his hair
blind.
so immaculate if he's blind? Why doesn't he have like a weird facial
Because
expression?
he hasn't
that
always
makes?
been blind, bro.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean he's.
I haven't always been blind. He says that in it. He goes, I haven't always been blind. I've seen.
That's what he says.
And if I was the man I was 5 years ago, I'd take a flamethrower to this entire place. It's so good, dude.
This woman smells good. It's kind of my guess of how it would go.
He does. It is a lot about.
But
I'm getting a soap and water smell from down low.
That's what he says. He's talking about vaginal smells.
He's talking about a girl that's sitting below them.
Jesus Christ.
Hmm.
But a lot of blind folk usually have like a weird facial expression that they'll make because they don't know what they're looking like.
Yeah, but he did. He went blind in the war.
But doesn't
You guys ever emulate as an experiment being blind? You ever
close your eyes.
close your eyes and
No.
try to walk?
I'll do it as I'm like going to sleep. At
I do,
night.
yeah, I do it every night. But I sometimes during the day I'll do it when I'm with someone and I'll say, guide me down the street,
Let's play blind.
and I play blind. And I got to tell you, I don't know why they are choosing to live that way, because it's not as good as
As they make it seem in Sensible Woman.
as seeing.
Yeah.
There's so much to see.
I'll tell you what though, they pull baddies though.
Do they?
A self-conscious broad loves a blind bro.
True.
In 90 Day Fiance, there's a African bro who's like he pulled some like white American broad who like went over there and is desperate to find love, but she's so self-conscious that she wanted a blind man, but she's terribly abusive to this poor blind man. It's nasty, but good for him for pulling, but he doesn't know how to exactly hold his face. I hope he doesn't hear this.
What a crazy story that love story is. There's a lot of elements of that.
I know. It's so funny to watch. 90 Day Fiance really has it all. But this poor African bro, I mean, I guess he's not a poor African bro because he found her in a chat room. I don't even know how. It must have been like a oral chat room.
Yeah, probably.
He can't go in a traditional chat room.
In Scent of a
he's-
Woman, he's always
maybe-
doing the call thing. He's talking dirty on the phone.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What, like a call, like a sex hotline?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
We used to
I can't watch porno anymore. Do an impression of.
Nah.
damn.
We've already gotten enough.
We used to, when we were in high school, we would call that phone number where they had to dictate what you had typed.
IP relay.
Yeah. And
Amazing.
say like poo poo pee pee, poopy poopy, come. And then laugh hysterically because these people were legally beholden to
Yeah.
say exactly what you had written.
And it was free.
Yeah. It's so sad that we did that.
No,
Looking
we did
back,
it too.
I feel bad.
It must have been 90% of the calls they took.
I would think so.
People used to like terrorize the Walmart customer service line because I don't know if it's still a thing, but I know it used to be they were not allowed to hang up until the problem was like resolved. So you could keep a Walmart customer service person on the line for like 15 hours straight.
Mm.
Just marathon prank calling people. All right, you take the next shift. I'm going to get some rest. You want to tap in?
Can I do a quick thank you, by the way? I want to thank all the amazing Son of a Boy Dad listeners who reached out with recommendations for shoes that I should buy. A lot of people mentioned Paraboot, and I have not bought any, but that is exactly what I'm thinking I need to get.
Francis is getting a pair of boots.
Paraboot. And then I want to shout out Mike, who does audio visual stuff and installed my sound system. Shout out Mike. He's a listener.
How much did he
What?
How much did he charge?
He was really, really generous to me.
Really?
Yeah.
So you did it for he did it for the shout out?
I don't think he asked me to.
I'm
No,
very
I'm just
confused
thanking
by
him.
Mike. Where did you meet Mike?
Mike is a listener of Son of a Boy Dad, and he
came to your
DM'd
house
me
and-
because I said on many episodes ago, I was like, God, speakers are expensive.
Yeah.
And I don't know if he just like, a truck ran off the road and he found a few, but he gave me a great deal and installed them, and they're awesome.
So he came to your
Brooklyn?
apartment?
My home, yeah. Mhm.
That's crazy.
What?
Yeah, Mike.
Mike, all right.
Is there anything else that you could give, like, so he could maybe reap some benefits?
Let's
of his
put it
good
this way.
deed?
If you out there are looking for a great speaker installation, home audio visual,
Hit up Mike.
message me and I'll connect you to Mike.
You're gonna do all that? Why
Yeah.
don't you just put out Mike's information?
Also, I want to shout out Joe, who does electronic blinds and did my windows.
what a Spartan lifestyle he lives.
I know.
Joe
Electronic blinds.
on Long
because
Island.
the string was too much.
Family-owned business. Trust me, I wanted to do the hand-drawn blinds. I really did. But the place that I had done, I rent it.
Yeah.
And the people who rent this place expect a level of sort of infrastructure
I
that
see.
you have to meet.
I see.
But they're not gonna.
They would complain because I know other people in the rental pool who have the hand-drawn blinds, and I've heard renters be like, I'm never renting their place again because I had to close the blinds by my hand.
But
And that's how I knew I had to get the electronic blinds.
but you paid for them.
What?
The electronic blinds.
I did.
And is Joe a listener or Joe's just
Yeah,
not?
Joe's a listener.
Joe's a listener as
Joe
well.
listen.
There's no way that there's this many people that are listening that
Bro.
also
We have a huge listenership.
And-
Among the 100,000 people that listen to an episode. Should I not say that? Is that wrong to say?
No, it's more than that.
More than that. That listen to each episode of this podcast, there is at least one guy
At least one
who
Joe and at
does
least one Mike.
electronic blind installation.
No,
There's
there's
another
not.
guy who does speakers, and then there are a bunch
they
of people
all
who
live-
have
and they're-
good taste in shoes and boots.
Okay, shoes and boots, yes. Out of 100,000
And
people.
I had to thank them all because I keep getting these amazing recommendations. Then I have these back and forths via my DMs that lead to wonderful results for my life. And I always forget to thank these people. And I'm just showing my gratitude.
out of 100,000 people,
God, we should check
The
my heart rate
odds-
now. The Wellbutrin is really working. I got to tell you.
Yeah,
Out
you
of
should
100,000
feel
people-
gratitude.
out of 100,000 people, the odds that we have 2 people that live in New York, that work and are based in New York, that do speaker installation and electronic blinds, I mean, that's like that. You have a better chance of winning the lottery.
Wait. You're doing that wrong. You're saying that you make it sound like I asked for both of those things at the same time and that they had to be in New York. They didn't.
So you flew them in.
Well, one happened to be on Long Island, and then the other happened to work in like Connecticut, so tri-state area.
And they drove
But
down.
it wasn't like you couldn't say I need a speaker installer and I need home electronic blinds, and that they have to have some kind of connection to each other. These were separate requests.
Okay.
I didn't do all that in the same episode.
No, I'm not saying that
I
you've been
spaced it out.
requesting too much. I'm
Well,
just
they're not
saying
tied to each other. It's not factorial.
the fact that there's 2 of those guys that both are big listeners
yes,
of the show.
you're doing this as if it's like a factorial.
Yeah.
It's not
Like,
factorial.
one
Are you
out
familiar
of-
with factorial?
1 out of like 6 million times 1 out of 6 million. It's not that.
Then what is it? It sounds like it's exactly that.
You want to do this? Let's do it this way. Let's actually do some math here. 100,000 listeners. Let's say
It's more than that.
80% of them are men, maybe 90, right? So you're talking
90%,
90,000 people. How many of them live within driving distance to New York? I don't know. Probably like 20 to 30,000, maybe, given the population density and the fact that we're here. So then of that many,
It's more than that too.
30,000?
It's more in this area.
Yeah,
it's a northeast
it's
based.
probably
pod.
like 60%.
okay, 40,000, 50,000 people. Of them, how many of them work or can install speakers? There's probably 10. of whom 3 DM'd me. 1 was able to do the job.
All
Why
right.
is that crazy?
If you are a speaker or a sound, what was the?
By the
what
way,
was-
I paid these guys.
no, I'm not saying you didn't pay them. I'm
And
just
I'm
curious.
hopefully getting them referrals and more business and stuff like that. So, this isn't just a total favor.
What is the job?
Which
Speaker
one?
installation.
Speaker
You
installation.
talking shoes, boots?
Okay, no, shoes,
Electronic
boots. That doesn't
blinds
count because
or
everyone
speaker
wears shoes and boots.
Yeah, but that's still something that I needed to thank these
Okay.
people for.
If you are a speaker installation worker and you work within driving distance, so let's say you work within 100 miles of New York City,
Mm-hmm.
comment on the podcast and let us know.
If you have the capability of doing
Now
it.
they won't because you've
No,
laid
I'm
a trap.
I'm genuinely curious to see how many of
you're
them there
gonna
are.
put them in. You're
Because
asking.
like I don't know if we have like a huge fan base of speaker.
Yeah, but here's the
installation
other
people.
thing. Now you've also selected a group that's probably consuming the podcast via YouTube.
No,
which is
probably
a-
via speaker.
Through YouTube.
Yeah. YouTube
Yeah.
connects to a surround sound speaker.
They're probably the ones complaining about the sound quality and the fact that I sniffled through my nose because
probably.
they're hearing it very clearly.
Yeah.
Um,
With their Sonos.
I don't know. Have them DM you if you want.
Oh no, I know. I'm great with tech. I'm a tech wizard, to be honest. Oh, I
So
didn't even tell you guys about what happened last week.
What are you seeking here?
I'm really not seeking anything. I'm just genuinely
I
curious.
bet you
to
could
see.
install some speakers.
Absolutely.
Yeah, you probably could.
Yeah. All right. What's a different job?
Well, let's do one in your purview. Let's say like fly fishing salesman, like someone who sells fly fishing gear or is a guide. If you are someone who
Nah, that
works
doesn't
in
count because we talk about fly fishing all the time. So there's
We didn't-
probably.
So you think it attracts more
I think
fly fishermen?
there's probably a decent amount of fly fishermen that listen to
you've
the show.
drawn people.
Because I get hit
here.
up all the time.
What about
people
garbage men?
for fly fishing?
Okay, yeah. How many what are we trying to do?
We're trying to figure out what people do.
How
for
many of a
work
certain
that listen to our podcast?
This is not the way to do that.
Here we go. Comment what you do for work. Comment what your job is.
and then everybody else upvote if you have the same
if
job.
you have the
the
same
same job,
thing,
upvote
upvote
it.
that, and we'll see what gets most upvoted. And we should guess what we think it will be.
Finance.
Probably,
I
right?
think a lot of garbage folk listen.
I'm just curious to know how many audio technicians we have listening to the podcast.
You don't need hundreds. You need one.
I know, but I'm saying that the odds that you had two,
But you can't do that math
why?
because you're doing it wrong. I don't know how to describe
I
it.
don't
it's not factorial.
It's-
I feel
Yeah,
like you're
it's
I feel like
not.
you're not understanding what I'm saying. I'm just saying that it's
I
crazy.
know what you're saying, and
It's crazy that you were like, I need speakers installed, and then someone that listens to the podcast was like, I install speakers. Let me drive to your apartment. That's crazy to me. Like I would have assumed that you would have heard nothing back from that.
but maybe there's other stuff that he hasn't heard anything
If
back about.
I said right now, and nobody will respond to this because now they know we're doing this as a joke, kind of.
Well, no, we're doing statistics.
Yeah, but if I said right now, like, hey everybody, unfortunately, a beloved family member of mine just passed away, and I'm having a really hard time finding the right crematorium or grave digger or like a funeral home. Does anyone out there work in embalming that I can trust?
we definitely have a bunch of those.
And I'm telling you, we'd get 15 DMs from people that work in that fucking job.
Yeah, you're probably right.
And that's like a random job.
yeah.
If you had, you want to talk about like your anxiety, I bet you that there are 5 to 10
Jack Black dudes.
psychiatrists, MDs who can prescribe medication, who would be able
Via
to weigh
DM?
in on the chemical balance of the drugs you're taking.
Yeah.
We have a big listenership, and it's pretty varied, I would think, in profession.
Yeah, you're probably right.
And part of that, by the way, is that we're not a podcast about specifically skiing, where you would expect the entirety of our listenership to be
Skiers.
ski people.
Except for when we talk about my trips to Mexico, if you know what I mean.
Oh,
brother.
yeah, of course.
So what happened this weekend that you forgot to talk about? You built something or something? We were just
Oh, my last Tuesday after the podcast, my Wi-Fi was down that morning. And then
If anyone out there works in Wi-Fi,
and then I came home and it was still down. And then I reset the router, did some unplugging, nothing was working. Got on the phone with Spectrum. They said they're going to have to come send someone to my apartment because the router is broken.
No.
Yeah.
I fixed it.
you fixed the router.
I fixed it.
You
How'd
got
you-
under the hood?
I got under the hood.
What'd you do?
You slid underneath the
I
router?
rewired everything.
What does that mean?
I had to add some splitters, and it was
Actually,
yes.
you actually got new wires and plugged them in.
Yes.
Did you open up the face of the machine of the router?
No.
So it was the wires.
It was a bunch of problems, but I did it. I was pretty pumped that I was able to do it without having to have some
That's
dude come to my
impressive.
house
Yeah.
and do it.
Mm-hmm.
That is sweet. I'm giving you your flowers for that.
I was pretty pumped about
I
that.
think that you could install his. I think that you could have installed his speakers. Is my point, and so my point on top of that is, if we're just looking for a speaker installer person, maybe that's more rare, but probably a decent swath of people can install speakers.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't mean that it's only their specialty and the one thing they do in life.
Yeah.
Just like you could probably install speakers if you wanted to, because you have technical know-how and the fucking desire to complete tasks.
Exactly.
Not me, though.
I should have been an engineer.
These are niche fields, but they're not fucking crazy fields.
Speaker installation, I don't think is a field.
I think we're skipping
Home audio visual, HV.
HVAC.
But I think that's just kind of like anyone that knows anything about tech could probably do that, right?
AV, what am I saying? No.
You don't think?
No, because I think that, you want it done cleanly. You want the wires hidden. You want advice on the systems.
There's 20 Russians on TaskRabbit that I could hit up right now to do it. I could have Vladimir here in fucking 10 seconds to do it. It's in the Russians' blood.
Yeah,
They just know how to install things.
they do.
I will say I do struggle with the wires, like the hiding of the wires. There's like I pretty much just have like trip wires all over my apartment.
Shout out to Vladimir.
So, no joke. Right now, if we said Hairball is struggling with all the wires that are throughout his apartment, he actually has a bunch of holes in his walls that have already been dug by the mice that seem to just live with him symbiotically. If there's any chance that you could message Hairball and would be willing to come to his home someday to help him hide some of his wires, he'll happily pay you to do it.
That would be. I think
That would happen.
the more rare field that we're overlooking is blind installation.
That one was harder. That was more amazing that I found that guy.
Yes, definitely.
That guy crushed it.
The blinds.
Joe out on Long Island.
This show is heavy on the blinds.
Yeah.
From Scent of a Woman to the
Yeah, big blind day.
really putting the respect on the blinds. Heavy on War and Peace too.
He also like, he didn't try to upsell me crazy. That's what I like. I mean,
Well, you are already getting the nicest thing that he had.
No. I could have gone way more expensive than the
Really?
ones I went. Oh yeah, I did not go crazy expensive.
What noise do they make when you hit the button?
You know what I will
Oh,
say?
that's a nice tone.
I will say I like
it's
when
like
I say
Yeah, it's like that.
That's-
I like when I stay at a Citizen M, and they got the blackout blinds.
Yeah,
That's what I have.
Those are nice.
Well,
So you
actually,
got
it's
the
not
Citizen
full
M.
blackout. There's a little tiny, which I like. I don't want it to be full pitch black when I wake
Well,
up.
it's
in the
very
morning.
hard to wake up when that's the case.
I know.
That's why I always have a hard time waking up because my room has no windows.
Yeah, you live in a
Yeah.
coffin.
Yeah.
which is nice.
Do you leave your hall light on
Yes.
so that a little bit of light comes
I
through
have
the
to.
door?
If I don't, it's pitch black.
Yeah.
I have a window, but it just looks into a dark alley.
This is where your vitamin D deficiency comes from.
I don't know if that's it. I don't know if sleeping is what it. I mean, are you getting a lot of vitamin D while you're sleeping?
I get vitamin D through my windows. In the mornings, I sit and read about Elon Musk, and the sunlight comes in.
You're supposed to.
Gives me a little bit.
You're supposed to get like 30 minutes of unfiltered sunlight into your eyeballs and ground yourself. What else have they recommended?
Breath work.
First thing in the morning.
Ice bath,
Mouth tape.
I've been big on the meditating lately.
journaling.
Been
Calm app or other?
multiple different.
I found my journal that I was trying to do pretty religiously for a while, and
When?
I was doing it for like weeks and weeks, and then I left it. The renters came, and I was afraid that they were going to find it, so I hid it, and then I forgot where I'd put it, so I couldn't journal. And then I remembered a month later, and I got it, and my first entry was again last night, and I apologized to the journal for how long it had
I've been out of touch. I've been going through a lot in life.
I'm sorry, it's been so long since I last checked in. I feel like a fucking
Did the
psychopath.
journal write back to you like the Marauders map?
Yeah, like Tom Riddle.
Yeah.
Doesn't he do something back?
Yes.
No, it did not
Harry
write
Potter.
back.
It's Harry Potter.
I'm familiar.
It
Are
was
you
giving
sure?
me the
Yeah.
cold shoulder.
Damn. That's when did you start journaling? Like, how old is that journal?
I mean, I had journaled for about a month every day leading up to when I hit it and then forgot where it was.
You hid your journal. What would the renters have said?
Well, I just worried that they were going to find it and read it.
That's right. You got to put a lock on that thing.
I know.
Yeah, you got to get one of those cute
Also,
little
just
locks.
I don't know why I didn't just bring it with me. I think, I don't know. I don't remember what was going on there.
Do you hope that it'll turn into a memoir someday?
No. And I had that thought.
No.
I had that thought. I was like, is there a world where somehow the shit that I'm writing this, if I ever live a life that's worth writing a memoir about, will become chapters?
Why don't you just write a book about getting
gonna-
through your mental struggles?
It's just, I haven't achieved enough yet to warrant anyone reading a fucking page about my life.
Well, it doesn't have to be a memoir. It just could be about a self-help book on getting through your struggles.
Yeah. Again, I think that there are people who have achieved a lot more who have also struggled far worse.
Most people who write a self-help book haven't achieved shit. It's like people who are life coaches that are just like...
I'm not equipped to help anybody.
But like a life coach, if your life is good enough to be like worthy of being a coach, you probably aren't being a life coach.
Mine's a cautionary tale.
Yeah, well, maybe that's helpful for people as well.
Here's how not to live if you want to be happy and healthy.
I think everyone's got a little extra pep in their step today just because the Chiefs have fallen.
Well, that Josh Allen rushing touchdown
Was the greatest thing I've ever seen.
truly iconic.
Yeah.
It was so sick.
Dude,
In that
30
moment,
yards.
I thought, this guy must be so many people's favorite player.
Oh, yeah.
So
absolutely.
many people's
Yeah.
favorite player.
He's MVP. He's got to be MVP.
He's got to be. But how somehow Lamar is still like right there in the odds with him.
People are really obsessed with Lamar.
But haven't they lost 4 times?
Yeah.
Put the good brother Jalen Hurts in the conversation if we're just
Oh,
throwing.
my God.
But I'm saying, my point is, if we're just throwing people in.
God.
And we're talking ball.
Brother, I've been supportive of your depressive episode for how
Jalen
long?
Hurts. What are we talking about?
If he has 20 rushing touchdowns, Jesus Christ, brother, the Klonopin is working overtime in your brain right now. I've never seen you roll your eyes back into your head and laugh before. I've never seen that maniacal of a laugh.
I do agree. Jalen Hurts should be in the conversation, but
That's
he's-
all I'm saying.
I think
if you're putting Lamar in, then he merits a top 5 spot in the
he does.
conversation.
He does deserve that. He's
So roll those eyes back into your head.
Jalen's having a good season.
Thanks, bro.
He is having a good season, and he Patrick Mahomes shouldn't be in the conversation. He will be. The thing that bothers me is that how mad people get when they see that he is in the conversation. It's like, dude, obviously he's going to be in the conversation. The NFL is not going to take Patrick Mahomes out of the MVP conversation.
His team was undefeated.
Yeah, they're not going to do that. Doesn't matter if he's not playing well. Even after this loss, they're still going to have him.
The quarterback on the best team in the league. You know?
Yeah,
It's like,
that's basically what
exactly.
the award
It's
is.
pretty simple.
It's not most valuable. It's the
Yeah.
quarterback on the best team.
But I did see, I want to say, I don't know if it's Fox NFL's Twitter account. I mean, dude, their power rankings and their like, all their shit is so bad.
Yeah.
I wouldn't read too much in. I still think we're in a case by case, where we're week by week.
Yeah. Any given Sunday.
Those odds could
Pacino.
change a lot.
Pacino.
Yeah.
Give us a little Pacino from Any Given Sunday.
I haven't seen it.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, you're gonna. It's the two
When
things
you
you
add
love.
up those inches, that's going to be the fucking difference between winning and losing.
Yes.
I'll have to check it out.
That
You'd
2
love
inches
that.
in front of your face.
Yeah,
Oh my
I
God.
think Jalen Hurts should be in the conversation. I think Derrick Henry, I don't know why he's not in the conversation.
They don't ever do running backs anymore.
But I agree that it's Josh Allen's award to lose.
It's Josh Allen should be number 1 right now. I mean, that touchdown, he won the game.
Well, they were up. They were already winning.
Dude, you know
yeah,
Mahomes.
but then on the ensuing drive, Mahomes did get them into a field goal position.
But if he had, if where they were,
if it wasn't a 2-score lead, Mahomes would have
no,
tied
but
it.
because they didn't score a touchdown on the last drive.
Mahomes?
Yeah.
Yeah, because they knew the game was already over.
No, but if
He got them to field goal range though.
But if they had not scored a touchdown there, they would have kicked a field goal, so it would have been a 5-point game. So the field goal wouldn't have won them the game.
But it was 4th down. If he hadn't gotten the first down,
Yeah, I
good
get
point. Good point. See, Francis Ball knower.
I get what you're saying, but I also
I
think
don't really watch ball. I don't love it when you guys talk ball. Can we go back to all that crazy shit we were talking? This has been
I have more to say about ball. Unfortunately.
Really quick, if anyone out there works for ball, Hairball here could really use a little info.
Yeah, sure.
Works for the NFL. What do you want? Tickets? Jerseys?
Or is there is anyone associated with an NFL team a listener? I know that we have the Denver Nuggets in our back pocket.
I have Vikings guys.
I know we have listeners that work for NFL teams. Absolutely.
I've got a couple guys on the Vikings.
If you're out there, I have been trying to make money betting on football. And if you happen to walk into the locker room someday and see that someone is gimpy or playing,
insider trade with Francis?
we could use a little of that insider information.
I lost probably the most devastating parlay I've ever lost last night.
Our parlay did okay.
It did pretty bad.
I mean, we won more than we lost.
Yeah. I lost last night. I had Joe Burrow 3+ throwing touchdowns.
I had that as well. Plus 220 on the DraftKings Sportsbook.
Yep. And then I had Jamar Chase, Dobbins, and
Higgins.
Bengals money line. $80 to pay out over $1,000. The Bengals lost. I mean, dude, they didn't just lose one. Like they lost the game maybe 3 times.
They missed those multiple field goals.
They could have ended the game multiple times.
Yeah, but
it was
even if they hit those.
crushing.
Let's do the same math. Even if they hit those 2 field goals, then that last Dobbins touchdown would have still put them up by 1.
Yeah, but the momentum was all. If the Bengals hit that field goal, they have all of the momentum.
Do you believe in momentum?
If ifs
I
and
do.
buts were,
If ifs were fifths, we'd all be drunk.
I know that's it. No one really cares about talking about bets, but that was the worst. That was the worst loss because I was like I won. I was like I fucking won. Like I finally won a big bet.
If ifs and buts could make the cuts, we'd all be rich today.
If it's in butts, I'm trying to make it sexual, like nuts, but like your like nut that you ejaculate, or like a butt, like a butt, like a fucking butt crack.
We can work on that. There's something there.
Yeah,
it's crazy that nut sack rhymes with butt crack.
I know.
We should be using that in more
Instead
adages.
you missed, and now instead they missed, and now you're pissed. Sitting here, quite gay.
Got your ass. I rewatched A Beautiful Mind, and it reminded me of you a lot, Francis.
Oh, the Russell Crowe character?
No, just the brothers in the Ivy League school at the very beginning.
Too bad. Okay.
Why would you want to be the Russell Crowe character?
He's one of the great mathematicians of all time. Struggles with his own mental issues, but in spite of that, progresses mathematical theory in a way that has endured today.
It was really economics too.
Yeah.
That's what he got his Nobel Prize for.
But no, I mean, I relate to the rich, privileged douchebags as well. We can go down that road.
I mean, they were great mathematicians as well. One of them winds up as the dean of the School of Harvard, and the other 2 are MIT scientists.
Yeah, that's me.
And one of them is a figment of his imagination, who you kind of remind me of as well.
Do you know that the Winklevoss twins are like the 5th or 6th highest holders of Bitcoin in the world?
Really?
Yeah.
I can't even talk about Bitcoin.
Me neither. It's deeply upsetting.
Why? Because you guys didn't get in?
I mean, I'm not in a position that's Winklevi.
Dude, my
level.
I'm not
Tesla
in
stock?
at all. I'm not in at all. And you know what? Here's why. I've had conversations with someone who is probably the most successful person I've ever met in my life.
Shane?
No. I didn't say your life. I said my life. And this guy's worth like $3 billion. Truly, unbelievably successful business person.
Yeah.
And I asked him about, what do you think of cryptocurrency? And his answer was so damning.
But cryptocurrency is a different conversation than Bitcoin.
Bitcoin, he asked it, all of that. He was like, there's no tangible value. He gave the Warren Buffett answer.
He's saying these tokens are non-fungible?
They're only worth something because people say that they are worth something. And then people are like, well, isn't that true of the US dollar too? It's like, well, the US economy is tied through, I don't know, it's validated through global trade and the lending of money to sovereign nations, all that shit, whatever. So I think it's not the same. I don't think that's a good comparison. But I've never rooted harder for something to fall apart
Really?
than Bitcoin. Yeah.
Yeah, I every time that it goes up, I'm like, shit, I should get in. And then I'm like, well, no, I can't get in right now because it's too high.
And then you
it
just
goes
forget
up
about it
and
when
then
it's
it just
low.
goes up again.
Yeah, or like you just don't hear about it for a
Yeah.
while, and nobody's like, I haven't heard about it. I should get in right now. But I after watching that movie, I bought the Adam Smith book.
Oh, The Wealth of Nations?
Yeah,
Did you?
yeah.
Really?
I just want to see what the fuck
Are you going to read that?
A. Smith is talking about. It's only like 580 pages.
Doesn't he describe, and correct me if I'm wrong, was he trickle down economics? No.
He was like, what is good in a field where everybody's competitive, what's good for the individual is good for the group.
Oh.
Basically was, I think, his mantra. I'm probably butchering it word for word, but I think that's the general gist of it.
Yeah.
That's like in an economy where everybody is trying to, do their best. You doing your best is good for everybody doing their best. I thought that was interesting.
The sum
mantra or
of
strategy.
all parts.
Wipe that smug look off your face, brother. I'm going to come in and educate you on the father of modern economics, Smitty Smith. Smitty Barstool.
Is he? No, that's Locke. State of
John
Nature,
Locke?
right?
I don't know. You know better than I.
No, you got the book.
I didn't get it yet, but I'm going to crack it.
You know why I don't feel bad rooting against Bitcoin? Because I don't think that there are a whole lot of like blue collar families that are able to put eggs on the table for their kids because of their success in Bitcoin. If Bitcoin fails,
yachts,
it's just going to be a bunch of beep dudes who have to sell their Maseratis.
I don't know
Right?
if I agree with that.
Nobody was able to like finally pay off the mortgage on their mother's house because Bitcoin took off.
I bet some people were.
I think there definitely is.
You do?
Yeah.
I
Dude,
don't think
shit
that,
like that. That's like a last hope type thing. People put like all of their money into that.
But it's
stuff.
also, it definitely has ruined some people, specifically other cryptocurrencies. I don't know if Bitcoin specifically has ruined people, but I bet that there's some people who hold positions that have changed their lives.
Yeah, for sure.
From poverty, not just from being like a cowboy investor.
Yeah.
I don't know. The other thing that pissed me off about that fucking Beautiful Mind is I'm tired of seeing movies and stories about autistic people who come to like this genius level of success. I expect genius from autistic people.
I know.
I think it's a really like
it's a huge advantage.
It's a huge advantage.
Huge advantage.
It's a real underdog story if
Yeah.
it was just like a fucking neurotypical bro who fucking made it to the top.
Yep.
That is applause worthy. It's like, oh yeah, this is just a regular guy. Like he has like a decent IQ and he just busted his ass. I want to see the 100 IQ guy who fucking writes a paper at Harvard or whatever, just like a regular Joe.
Me.
Yeah. That's a success story.
You know how hard life has been? I should be so much more successful than I am, and I'm not because I don't have, my brain is, perfect, as we've talked about all episode.
With your AP watch, I have no success in this world at all.
How was Paris?
It was all right.
Bali.
It was beautiful.
Did you go to any museums?
You
I
went
touched
to the Louvre.
I touched Louvre just to fucking say I did.
Raft of the Medusa? That's my favorite painting in there.
They sell beers at the McDonald's there.
I went to the McDonald's.
Really?
Yeah.
You see the beers?
I didn't get a beer, but I got the hot ones. I got the hot ones. Hot sauce trio.
Really?
I did the challenge right at the Louvre in Paris.
That's
right?
awesome. How was it?
The middle one was the spiciest.
What was it? Was it the bomb?
It was like a Thai one. One of them was like Hell's Fury, and then the other one was like, I don't even know.
Supposedly, Da Bomb is the spiciest, and you could buy it at like every grocery store.
I'm talking, but there's the dips that they have at the McDonald's is different.
You know about the beer because you went on a field trip there.
I went on a field trip there, and we went to me and Bo went to the McDonald's and
Burnham?
Yeah, and we got beers, and then we went into the bathroom and chugged them, and then went and saw the Mona Lisa.
This round's on me. This round's on me.
Burnham's
'Cause we were with
actually
our class.
the spiciest hot sauce they have.
We were with our class, so we weren't allowed to drink. So we chugged 16
I know.
64s.
I know this because you told it on an episode. I feel like you were not here, weirdly.
Probably.
One episode that he and I did together, but I could be wrong. Did you know that story?
I think I've heard it before. He
Then
has like
maybe.
4 stories.
Yeah, he's got 4. Tell story 3 again.
I'm joking. You have a varied and deep life experience that I envy and am proud of.
Oh.
I hate when I'll say this last thing. I think that it is incredibly narcissistic whenever someone says, "I'm proud of you," to anybody that's not their child.
Oh wow.
If the being didn't come out of your dick, if you didn't literally create the life, it's stolen valor to ever be proud of someone. Because then
Really?
you're like, I'm proud. I am taking pride in your experience. I'm prideful. I feel good about what you did. I have no fucking business ever being proud of somebody else,
Whew.
being prideful in what you did. Oh, I actually did that because like I like you or something like that. It's so fucking hollow and like
I understand what you're saying, but I feel good when you guys celebrate my wins.
I'm happy for you. Not I'm prideful.
I'm happy for you sounds like conciliatory almost.
To be conciliatory,
No,
but like
I'm happy for them. It's like when you find out that your ex is dating someone new
I'm happy for you.
and you're like, no, you're fucking not. You're miserable inside.
But when you're saying I'm proud of you, that's like, yeah, sign my name on the group project. I did it too. Yeah.
I think it's
I'm
more
proud of you.
I think it's more like it puts you in a position to be judging their achievement.
What do you mean? When you say I'm proud
When
of
you
you?
say I'm proud of you, it's like it almost feels like you think of yourself as a worthy evaluator of what they've done.
Which is also weird.
Yes, but I think it's more weird for that reason. I don't necessarily agree with
Well,
your
think of
take.
what the feeling of pride is. What gives you pride? An accomplishment.
Yes, but I don't know that you need to have ownership of. I'm proud of America. I'm like a proud American. When America
Well, you are American.
when America wins gold medals in the Olympics, I feel proud.
Because that's your team. You are that.
Yes, but I didn't play.
Then be happy for them.
I feel like I can be proud because I'm proud to be an American.
Where you
At least
you
because
know
I'm free.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All righty. We'll wrap that up on that.
I don't know. I think that's an interesting take. I do like the take.
Yeah, pride is gay as
I
hell.
like the take as well.
But please stifle my fucking
When he does well on stage, I feel proud.
Yeah, because you're like, I am actually the one who did well on stage.
Yeah, exactly.
Just like I own 15% of his fucking performance.
Yeah.
Right
But
there.
I don't feel any ownership over it. I just like to see my
Tacitly,
friends
you
succeed.
do, though. Tacitly, if you're saying I'm proud of you, you're saying that I have some ownership of his success.
Yeah, he looks at me and he goes, "Look what I've done for this kid.
Yeah.
No, I
Look
say
at-
that
look
to
what I-
other
look what I've
people. I
created.
don't tell you
Look what
that.
I've created.
Behind his back.
My masterpiece."
That's why I think it's only okay if you're like the father of that or like a mother of that person.
Yeah.
Then you're like, I've actually created that.
I do genuinely get joy when others succeed. And if you want to hear the selfish admission, sometimes it's because it makes me realize that it's possible. They've shown me that it's achievable. And therefore I feel energized and inspired. I find it inspiring almost.
Yes, I wholeheartedly agree that it is fine to be happy for someone and good to be happy for someone without any type of condescension. But I don't think that when you say I'm proud, I take pride in what you have done, you're taking from them.
Wow, I'd almost so much rather have someone tell me they are proud of me than I'm happy for you. I'm happy for you sounds bereaved. I'm happy. I'm happy for you.
That is funny.
No, I'm
really
really
happy.
I'm really happy for you. That's what an opponent says as they shake your hand and you've
Have you
vanquished
lost?
them.
Yes.
Yeah.
The hubris of defeat.
Right.
Another line from. Anyway, go ahead. We can go.
No, Sass doesn't want to do the pod anymore today.
I mean, we're on like 2 hours
This
now.
this riveting conversation, this riveting, stimulating, dude. Whatever drug you're on has you
Yeah.
laughing like a maniac.
I'm not on any drugs right
you got to
now.
get on the
That's maybe
Wellbutch.
what it is.
The
You got to
Chiefs
well. I
lost.
could go for another 3 hours.
The Chiefs lost. That's why I'm so in a good mood.
Okay, fair enough. I will stifle any independent thoughts that I have, and
Well, we have to record a bunch this week, so we'll continue. We can continue the Proud Boys conversation. All right. All right. We will see you guys on Thursday. Goodbye.